Quantum Conversations, your portal to the inner realms. Access infinite possibilities, infinite mastery, and infinite love. Mind-expanding, heart-opening conversations with some of the greatest spiritual teachers, luminaries, and healers of today's world. Usher in New Earth by living in your sacred heart. Quantum Conversations is brought to you by acoustichealth.com, home of music from the universe, online healing retreats, and this program. Claim your free registration to daily shows at acoustichealth.com. acoustichealth.com, your portal to the inner realms. Our program starts shortly. Welcome to another Quantum Conversation, brought to you by acoustichealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. Welcome to this very special episode of Quantum Conversations. I'm Loren Gailey, and I thank you for joining us. This is a broadcast of love and light. In this episode, we are addressing the transcension of fear. In our most recent Quantum Conversations, the topic of the coronavirus has been mentioned. And what is revealed is the necessity to be immaculate with our vibration. Also, in this time of heightened prudence and discernment, we can take a step inward to see how current fears being triggered are actually related to ancestral bloodlines, literally memories in our DNA, and also past lives where we perished due to plague or influenza or other situations. And that fear now is being triggered on a global scale. The spiritual teachers I speak with, and I've mentioned this to them in private conversations, to check in with them as to their perspective of this global pandemic. And what they say is, as we journey inward, we are being shown areas to grow even further. Areas that may close our heart down have to be cleared. And in this episode today, we are going to transcend fear. We're going to go inside into the Akashic record in our sacred heart, to be shown the fear trigger that is happening in our lives today, and we will clear that. We will also connect with our higher self and ask for information of moving forward, what we are being shown in this crossroads of changing timelines by the choices of love. Other spiritual teachers have said this is where many timelines are changing. And remember that we change the timeline. We literally change our DNA when we choose love, when we override the programs that are embedded within us through the choice of love. And then also in this session, we will build and fortify our anchor and our bridge and a platform firmly in the 5D grid. This is where we transcend the fear. Don't give our power away to it. Lift yourself up with light. And remember, the great masters transcended fear. If we look to the great master Jesus, he healed people who were ill. He was not afraid. So as we clear this fear within us, we'll listen to the message from our higher self, and we'll anchor into 5D Earth. We also have a channeled message from Djwhal Khul, the Tibetan master, through San Ra, and we'll also hear an excerpt from Jean Ang and Jennifer Huff. Powerful messages of empowerment for our mastery. First, we're going on a meditative journey, so I encourage you to listen to this, allowing yourself the space to close your eyes and follow along and raise your vibration with this meditation. The plants are here to assist us too. We can tune in to their vibration in the sound of music. Plant music is created as electrodes are connected to the root of the plant and the leaf of the plant. That energetic signature is put into a MIDI synthesizer, which turns that frequency into music. The music you are listening to is the frequency of the Dracaena plant. The Dracaena plant is a spiky looking plant. In feng shui, it is a protection at the entrance of a door. And in ancient Greece, the Dracaena represents the female dragon. And so connect to the dragon energy that fortifies us and strengthens us on our journey forward. I've also been seeing dragon figures in the clouds in the sky during this most recent week as this topic of conversation came to the forefront of everyone's mind. So settle in and take this journey with us. I invite you to return to this recording and also download it as my gift to you so that you can use these tools again to further clear any triggers of fear that may come up. Again, we clear and heal this wound and fear in our ancestral lines as well as our past lives so that we can be inspired and anchor fully in 5D. Enjoy this meditation. We take a few cleansing breaths, breathing in, filling up the belly, and as you exhale at your own pace, just let everything go. Science has proven the vibration of awe actually opens our heart. And so as you inhale again, you can vocalize and say, ah. And do this a few more times as you simply cleanse, inhaling, releasing, ah. Continue this process of inhaling and exhaling a few more times in these next few moments. Now place your hands over your heart and bring your conscious awareness down from wherever it is in your mind and bring it down into your heart center. There is your sacred heart. Now I want you to imagine the most beautiful scene, your most favorite place on planet Earth or any other planet in the universe. And this place is so comforting and nurturing. It feels like home. Feel into the vibration and the energy of this most beautiful, precious place. And see it in your mind. All around you, the beauty that it is. Now, up ahead, begin to focus in on a temple. This is the temple of your sacred heart. This is a very special temple, and it is of your own creation. So begin to visualize what this looks like. How is it created? What is it made of? And as you come closer to it, moving closer to this, feel the vibration of this temple. Notice the beauty of this temple. Notice the structure and the shape of this temple. And now come to the entrance of this temple and pay attention to the detail of the passageway into this temple. As you're moving into this temple, notice if it's a free, open door, passageway, or if there's a door, and how is that door decorated? You're moving into the temple, into this safe space, and it is very, very sacred. In this temple, you are connected to the one heart, all that is. Look around this inner temple, all the way around you, down at the floor, and upwards. Visualize how your temple is decorated and created. Now in the middle of this temple, there's a pedestal. And on this pedestal is a great golden book. This is your book. This is your book of life. And your Akashic records. It's infinite and golden. Standing next to this book and pedestal is your guide, the Akashic guide. Connect in with this Akashic guide. Welcome the information that you are about to be shown. Your higher self is always connected to this guide as well, and will help you to decipher and make sense of the information that is going to be revealed. Your higher self is always in control as well, and has a message for you that we will connect in with. And so, as we move now, ask to be shown a lifetime that is triggering any current fear in this time of space. As you see this image, you see the page unfold before you, and just see that. Allow it to reveal itself to you. Where were you? Where are you? What's going on? This is not you. You are an observer. And notice in your body what you're feeling or where you feel this. Where is this fear being revealed to you in your physical body? Is there a color to it? What color is it? Now I want you to surround yourself and this energy, fear trigger. Surround it with golden, sparkling light, transmuting the fear, thanking this for showing us a past lifetime that is in either our DNA from the ancestral bloodline or a past lifetime. Now, the higher self will reveal to you what you need to know. Ask your higher self now to step forward and give you an impression or a feeling or a phrase or a word. Do we need to carry this forward? Is this clear? Higher self, are you clearing this now? Higher self, will this be done at the end of this session, or will this continue to clear? Ask your higher self how many fear triggers need to be cleared in this moment. Ask yourself to continue to clear these programs, and ask the higher self how you will know when they are finished. Will it be a symbol or a sign? Write these down if you're able to write in your journal. The more that you write, the more the information will reveal itself to you. Now thank your higher self and your guide, the Akashic guide, for this experience of revealing a lifetime with a fear trigger. And know that your fear trigger is cleared by the awareness of this lifetime, as your higher self will continue to show you fear triggers that need to be cleared. You have your inner guidance, your inner wisdom, and this is where you know what you know. Trust your inner guidance. Trust your inner guidance. And now we're going to use the ancient Hawaiian forgiveness prayer of the Ho'oponopono. And I encourage you to use the Ho'oponopono in all situations, in all relationships. And watch what happens when you use this phrase. For those not familiar, the Ho'oponopono are 4 lines, and they actually transmute the energetic ties of the emotions in our relationships and our emotions that separate us from our oneness. And so the Ho'oponopono is, thank you, I love you, please forgive me, I'm sorry. What this does is it transcends us from the 3D fear programs as we reconnect to our soul and our one heart. And this is, thank you, I love you, forgive me, I'm sorry. You can repeat it in any order. Thank you is the gratitude and the language of the angelic realm. I love you is that connection to all that is. Forgive me, I'm sorry. I forgot that I was not separate from Source, and I forgot that I was one with all that is. This is the forgiveness prayer that we offer the coronavirus and all fear triggers around the global collective at this moment. Forgive me, I'm sorry. Thank you, I love you. I love you, thank you, I'm sorry, forgive me. Thank you, forgive me, I love you. I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Forgive you. I love you. This Ho'oponopono cycle of prayer will continue in this energy transmission in this sacred space. Again, I call on you to use the Ho'oponopono and blaze the violet flame around all triggers of fear. This will continue to clear the fear programs so we can anchor fully into 5D. Now we are going to literally create our platform in 5D on the 5D grid. So see around your body a point of golden light, and it's a few feet above your head, arm's length above your head. And from this point of golden light, you're going to drop a ray down to the right of you. It comes to your right shoulder, heart level. And then from this point above your head, you're going to draw another line, a golden line, from that point down to your left side, heart level. And then back up to the point you're going to drop from that point down in front of you, right in front of your person, arm's length out. Another point at heart level. Back up from the top, you're going to drop another golden ray down to the back of you, heart level. And this is the beginning of a 4-sided pyramid. All 4 sides are connected, which now we're going to turn into an octahedron by dropping the points at the heart level on each side of you, front, center, left, and right, down to a spot a few feet under your feet. This is forming a sacred chamber, an octahedron containing your own energy. As you drop these lines, we will repeat Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sabayat. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sabayat. And as you repeat Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sabayat, we are seeing those lines drawn around us, making this octahedron. Feel the containment of your energy in this beautiful golden octahedron. Holding your energy in this octahedron and allowing the plant music to fill this octahedron with love. Feel your golden essence in this octahedron, which is anchored in 5D on the 5D grid. And now, this octahedron is expanding, that place where the bottom of the triangles meet, each triangle pointing upward and downward. This area is now expanding. And the way it's expanding is this four-sided triangle is separating and lifting from within, so that in between the bottoms of both triangles, there's a space growing, and it is lifting us into a column. This column is expanding as the bases of these two triangles move further and further apart from one another. And now this space that's in between is a 144 faceted Vogel crystal, the sides of a Vogel crystal, 144 sides all around you in this golden crystalline light. This is the bridge to 5D. Within this 144 faceted gateway, you can see timelines around you. You can see others in this external world, but yet this is your viewpoint to simply observe others' mentalities. You are not affected by their mentalities as viewed by this 144 facet prism of a Vogel crystal. Now this shape around you is literally a double terminated Vogel crystal. On the outside, the top two four-sided triangles, pyramids, four-sided pyramids with this 144 facet Vogel crystal in between. This is where you can use this structure at any moment to inoculate yourself from others' fear triggers. As an empath, you can see the fear trigger, but you are not affected by it. Hang out in this space a little longer, feeling the energy from this space, feeling your light circulate within this space, feeling the plant music assist you for a few more moments. Now we're connecting with the higher self on a soul level, purpose-driven mission. Bring your higher self to the forefront. Feel your higher self sending you an energetic vibration and a transmission here and now. Receive the transmission now. Ask your higher self to show you, to tell you, to reveal to you what it is that you are to do. Ask for this now and simply listen. Keep your journal handy and allow yourself to write freely or draw any impressions that you receive. Ask for this now and listen. Remember not to judge anything you receive. Just allow it. Surrender to the information your higher self is showing you. Surrender. I invite you to use this tool again in a daily practice. And this tool and this information link gets stronger every time you use it. Now ask your higher self for a mantra that you can use to enhance the communication link between you and this wisdom that you have within you. What is that symbol? Ask to be shown it now, or the mantra. A symbol or a mantra. Take note of this now. We thank our higher self for creating this communication link, and we will stay connected. So as we move now, we take this icosahedron, which is a Vogel crystal, 144 faceted double terminated crystal, and we put it around our home, we put it around our family, we put it around our community, we fill it with our love. Trust. This Vogel crystal connects to the core of Gaia, our planet Earth, and it is anchored in the 5th dimension. And it allows you to see the third dimension without an emotional attachment. Now, with this firmly in place, we feel our 5D connection. This is the connection to love. Love is all there is. Congratulations on your journey as you transcend fear. These tools allow you to move through fear, transcend fear, take your power back. Your higher self guides you on your mission. Thank you for this time, and we return now to some more information and tools that you can use on your journey. And now I'd like to share with you an excerpt of a conversation with Jean Ang, who's a channel of the Arcturian healing frequencies. He offered a transmission to boost immunity, and this too is something that we can tap into. It's an Arcturian armor and an immune boost. So here's Jean Ang with that transmission. Enjoy.
Well, there is a Arcturian super immune booster healing frequency. That's appropriate for this. That's working on all the dimensional spaces of our just keeping a very strong immune system for this type of request. And then on the more emotional, mental level, in terms of staying, in a place of safety, in terms of our belief consciousness in our world, or you could say like the more fear factor, we'll run a different frequency called the Arcturian shadow frequency that can help to alleviate or clear those thoughts that might be affecting us.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Start those two frequencies. People can just relax and just receive, see what you feel. We're starting with the Arcturian super immune booster frequency. Continue to channel the Arcturian super immune booster frequency. Now, the Arcturian shadow frequency. with the Arcturian shadow frequency. And that completes the exposure to the frequencies. When you feel comfortable, you can open your eyes and snap your fingers.
Okay, we are super immune boosted. And that was really interesting. And here is an excerpt from a recent Mastery Empowerment course this week, where Jean transmitted Arcturian divine fire healing frequencies, and the fear came up within the group, which was transmuted in session 2. So we share this information because it will help you too as we navigate the current field in the collective. And so here's Jean with a few techniques.
One thing to note, I guess it's really how we choose from our mind point of view. We have complete control of our mind. We may not have control over everything that happens in the physical dimension or even other dimensions, but we always have control over the choice of our mind. But the framework that I'm presenting assumes that then everything that we're experiencing from the soul level is a lesson and therefore beneficial and positive, regardless how someone might judge it externally. And the idea that Steiner presented that could be applied here, there was a practice that he gave, basically that you did on a daily basis in order to learn how to hear your holy guardian angel. So I'll just outline this practice and then apply it to what's going on now as a possible framework also just to meditate or think about what's happening, as well as practical ways to deal with what's going on. But the practice is that every day when you wake up, you do what he called a forward preview. You basically think about what you're going to do for that day, not in a kind of creative visualization, but simply like in a 1 or 2 minute sort of glance, like what your schedule has for you to do that day. So for example, if I woke up this day, I would say, I'm going to wake up, eat breakfast, meditate a bit, maybe exercise, and then get ready for this show, and then, do something in the afternoon, and then do something in the evening. Okay, so you do that, and then what you do is you go through your day, and then at the end of the day, somewhat like closer to when you're going to go to sleep, you do what's called a backward review. And you actually go, the exact practice is you go as if you're rewinding a videotape, and you see what you did throughout the day. You're supposed to do it as if you're about to fall asleep, then you see yourself brushing your teeth, and then maybe you see yourself having dinner, and then from there you see, so you go back, from where you start to, and all the way back to when you woke up. Now, this is where you can begin, where it gets interesting, is what you do is you compare your forward preview, so what you thought you were going to do that day, to your backward review, and you look for where things were not consistent. And so let's say I thought I was going to go exercise, but someone called me and I had to go pick up my children for something, for example. So that wasn't a match. And what Steiner was saying is that where it's not a match is actually where your holy guardian angel is trying to communicate to you and rearrange your schedule of your life, or you could just say also your higher self, in order to do something that you're deeper mind knew, but your conscious mind, your surface mind that does like this daily planning, of course, didn't know. And if you do this over time, you'll be able to begin to kind of hear those whispers, and which can become quite a loud voice at a certain point, of your holy guardian angel and your higher self. So I don't know if that was clear, but that's the actual practice.
So where there is that inconsistency and where it's not a match to your intention, so where it's not a match, it's where they're trying to talk to you. So what would you do? Just feel into it and, like you said, listen to that whisper, because we literally can ask and say, what do I need to know here? And then just trust the impression, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I think, people are now very directly connected to their holy guardian angel and their higher
That's
self, and
great.
they're probably just acting directly from it. This was a kind of practice that I think is still helpful. I think Steiner was giving it as a way to get in touch if someone wasn't really in touch with that voice or that source. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. So just to expand on that, so let's say you were planning to have a meeting, but then you got called off, like I said, uh, to maybe pick up your kids. And then in the interim, you met someone who, and that meeting you want to pay attention to, because you didn't expect that meeting with this new person. Maybe it was someone, another
Uh,
child's parents, but
uh-huh.
that was where your holy guardian angel and their holy guardian angel were trying to get you together for something important. So the idea is to pay attention
Uh,
now to what you're experiencing that you didn't expect to happen, because this could be really important from a soul level, that your holy guardian angel was trying, kind of rearranging sort of time and space with other holy guardian angels to kind of get you either to meet people or to do something or to realize something. So it's really fascinating territory, this kind of what I call delta, this difference in what you expect.
okay.
Mhm. Yeah, so I'll just say now, how to apply it to this current situation going on, which, is just an intensified. This is always probably going. I mean, if you're looking at it through this framework, is always going on with us. These kind of subtle messages from the spiritual world to rearrange our schedule, but now with something like the effect of the coronavirus, it's very, how do you call it? It's more prominent because it's global in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because what people had expected they were going to do, even like you can see all these, let's just take something fun, like thought you were going to go to the St. Patrick's Day parade. And if you look at CNN or any of these, they're just noting all these different St. Patrick parades that are getting
Canceled,
canceled.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. So let's say you were really looking forward to celebrating your birthday and going to the St. Patrick's parade. Well, this is a time where, for whatever reason, it's not going to happen as you had expected, let's say 1 month ago, where maybe you plan to go to New York City to celebrate that. I'm just kind of making all this up. But now the thing is, you would pay attention, like on this kind of more intensified global way, like, what am I doing instead? Because that must have also come from the spiritual world. And what I'm saying is from your holy guardian angel or your higher self, because something important is happening also, that instead of having gone to the parade. And that's kind of how to use this practice in this context also.
As you were speaking about what are we doing instead, then this is to follow the joy, right? And to be very discerning that we're not making a decision out of fear.
Yeah, I think that's where the whole point is, that we have choice. We have choice, of course, to decide within our sphere of what to do on all different planes, physical plane, as well as the other, etheric, emotional, mental, causal, and spiritual, and divine. But what we have 100% control over is how we also choose to use our mind. And like you said, the emotion we choose to bring. It couldn't be positive, of course, the joy, the happiness. It also could just be a balanced state where you don't necessarily have to, if it's not there, if you are feeling the fear and the overwhelm, you could just accept that that's okay. That's all right. Maybe you're not able to generate the joy at the time, but that acceptance is important too, if that's where you're at with the situation, in terms of this control of your mind. But like you were mentioning, if you have that capacity to follow the positivity in all aspects of whatever is showing up, of course, that would be ideal.
100% choosing to use our mind, and as was said in our chat line, not giving our power to fear.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I know many people are probably familiar with this book, but Viktor Frankl in Man in Search of His Meaning. Anyways, he was a psychotherapist who was part of the concentration camps, who wrote this book while he was in the concentration camps. And of course, this is one of the most intense human experiences one could have gone through. And his conclusion from going through that experience, in which he writes in his book, Man in Search of Meaning, I believe is Viktor Frankl, is that he always had control over his mind. He could choose how he accepted whatever situation was presented to him. He knew that he couldn't control everything in his physical dimension, obviously, but he could always choose how he would respond or react to what occurred.
Yes, yes, beautiful. All right, well, thank you. So here we begin our session 2. So Jean, we are looking forward to this.
Yeah, so speaking of changes, I think the download was to maybe also include the Arcturian spiritual divine fire today. So we will be doing 3 of the next divine fire frequencies: the Arcturian mental divine fire, the Arcturian causal divine fire, and then the Arcturian spiritual divine fire. And what this allows is for our 3rd session, we'll have the Arcturian spiritual divine fire as the only remaining frequency that we haven't been exposed to initially. So we'll do that in a deep way. And then we'll be able to go through, almost as an integrative review process, like 5 minutes of each of the divine fire frequencies again, starting from the physical, so people can get another exposure, deepening that. And then finally, there's a sort of an energetic tool where all the divine fire frequencies are combined together in what's called the Arcturian divine fire blast. And then that's kind of conveyed, and your higher self, as well as the Arcturian consciousness, can kind of choose amongst the combination of what's most appropriate. So that will allow for a much greater exposure to the frequencies again, but also in a way that is like repetition, so you can go deeper with what we've had and have another night of sleep to integrate these previous exposures.
When we began this session in our Mastery Empowerment course, many of the attendees had felt overwhelmed by the collective fear. After session 2, everyone was very buoyant and excited for session 3, fully transcending the fear. And again, that is a Mastery Empowerment course with Jean Eng called Arcturian Divine Fire Healing Transmissions. And if you would like that, it is recorded and you can tap into the group energy field. And another conversation I want to share is with Jennifer Huff. She's teaching a Mastery Empowerment course called The New Operating System for Humanity. And this too is precisely what we're talking about. And this is a course coming up that is a beautiful program that she teaches and is offering to us at a very special rate in our Mastery Empowerment course. So it's a wonderful opportunity to really transcend fear and not give your power away. This is a time when we are immaculate with our vibration. And this is an excerpt from a conversation with Jennifer talking about these times that we're in and the importance of transcending fear and holding our vibration. Here's Jennifer Huff and me in an earlier conversation.
This is about
Mhm.
taking our power back. It's about
Yeah.
not giving our power away to the powers that be, especially in the United States. It's about making, or to medical or television, brouhaha. This is about making sure we understand our mutual connection beyond borders, that viruses and energy and love and compassion don't care about where you're from. And
Mhm.
yes, you can do something about it nutritionally to ease your mind, emotionally to boost your health, but you can always do that. And spiritually to realize that we are one civilization, not separated from each other.
Mm.
So, for me, that's really what it's about. It's about not giving our power away to what other people say and really taking our power back.
Mm.
And I think it's a metaphysical thing if we choose, beyond listening to the television and uh, our political leaders who are completely bending this to their own
Mhm.
benefit on both sides, you know. And it's like, this is the time for instincts. You cannot trust those outside of you. You have to trust your own mastery, your own knowing, your own instincts, and live your life anyways instead of being a victim. So
Mhm.
that's kind of where I'm living.
Because I'm an empath, and it's like, wow. I found myself having to deal with that fear of like the collective.
Yeah.
And it was like, whoa, I found myself not going on a ski trip that we had planned because of it.
Interesting. Interesting.
Like, I'm feeling the public because this isn't me. I would go. The one aspect of me is like, okay, is it a program? Yes, it's a program to separate us even further. It's the fear program on high. It's on
Yeah.
555%.
Yeah. And what this is all about, taking your power back and transcending fear.
Okay, yes, and we're doing a mastery empowerment course with you on Sunday, live webinar, 2 hours, the new operating system for humanity. And it's really going to address specifically taking our power back, being immaculate with our vibration.
This could be absolutely incredibly life changing, and completely
Mm-hmm.
from living in your instincts. It's like, now is the time to know what you know. And either you're going to give your power away to those outside of you. It could be your parents, but it could be political leaders. It could be people on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're absolutely going to be your own knowing machine,
Mm-hmm.
your own conduit for greater wisdom. So it doesn't mean you don't pay attention to the facts that are going on, but use those facts to catalyze.
So this is $33, right?
I think $33 is fabulous, because that way anyone can do it. I mean,
Anyone can do it.
I almost feel like it's a public service.
Let's help everybody get their purpose-driven businesses going during this time.
Yes,
Home
that too. That
and
too. The second thing is around the mastery of your instincts. Well, another way of saying that is going direct with consciousness, as opposed to being a victim of the information that surrounds you, like
and
transcending the victimhood.
and what do you do as an empath?
Let's talk about empaths. I have a lot to say on that subject.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about empathically picking up the fears of others. And let's talk about how to transcend unnecessarily being affected by the world around you. I call it being pulled, unnecessarily being pulled.
All right. Well, thank you, Jennifer Huff, for speaking with us about this and reminding us not to be a victim. We are masters and we are New Earth leaders, and we look forward to those who wish to join us in your Mastery Empowerment course to register now, and we'll see you soon. Well, if you'd like to join us in this Mastery Empowerment course, the live webinar is coming up on March 15th, and this is for you. Normally it's $197, and Jennifer's offering it to us for our Mastery Empowerment course for $33. Join us and learn these tools if it resonates with your heart. You are empowered, and we are walking this journey together. Thank you for sharing your light. Now here's San Ra, channel of the Tibetan master Djwhal Khul.
Yes, and another question from our dearest San Ra. What about the coronavirus? She says, Yes, no. There's once again, fear will not assist you. So allow yourself, again, to raise up your energy. Raise up your energy. Allow the coronavirus to be inundated, shall we say, with your love and with your light. If you are in fear, then first send love and light to your own self. Do you see? This is quite important. If you are feeling fear, then send loving energy to yourself. You may wish to place your hand on your chest or anywhere where you are feeling the fear in your solar plexus, you see? And if you are waking up in the middle of the night and not sleeping because you are afraid, then I'm sending myself love and light. I'm invoking Ascended Master Djwhal Khul. I'm invoking the angels and the hierarchy to help me to stay in light, to stay in love. Do you see? Allow yourself, beloved hearts, to rise above so that you are not living in the fear, because that just add to the difficulty. No, you wish to be living in the light. Living in the loving energy is a practice, beloved hearts. It is a practice. So you are practicing. Oh, I'm feeling myself in fear in this moment. I will take a breath. I will ask for help. I will call on my monad, my higher self. You see, my I am presence. I will bring that energy into my body, for it is your deepest wisdom. And I will then allow for any fears I have to be dissolved. I will continue to bring in my I am presence. I will continue to elevate myself and place myself in loving energy, place myself in light, place myself in trust. And then I will call for the masters and the angels to assist me. I am a wondrous being of light, beloved heart. Do not become involved in how did the coronavirus come here and figuring out where it came from and what to do and who is responsible. That will not assist you, beloved hearts. What will assist you is to be in love and light. Be in love and light. If you notice that you have fear, anxiety, then you are taking a breath. You are asking for assistance from us. You are moving to your heart energy, your place of love, bringing in that monad, that I am present, so you have light. Surround yourself with the light, beloved hearts, of your being, and collectively with other people. Do you see? Whether physically or whether you are doing this online, get together so that you have groups that are assisting each other, supporting each other, of being in love, of being in light. You see? Do not use your thinking mind. It will not assist you. Use your heart. Use your light. Use your wondrous deep wisdom of your I am presence. And join together with others in whatever way you feel comfortable. So you are all working and being together to raise the vibration. Do you see? Raise the vibration of your own being. Raise the vibration of your community. Raise the vibration of your country. Raise the vibration of your world. Beloved hearts, our love is so great for you. And we see that this is a struggle. Do you see? But move out of the struggle. Do you see? As you notice that, I am struggling. I will move out of the struggle into my heart. I will move out of the struggle into my light. I will connect with other people as streams of light are connecting with the light workers and with all people. Do you see? Be with the light. I am the light, beloved hearts. Use your physical precautions if you're going out. Yes, wash your hands. Do all that they are saying. Do you see? If that feels right to you. You do not need to be foolhardy. Do you see, beloved hearts? Do that which you wish. Take your moon boosters, do you see? Do this which you are feeling comfortable with. But do not take actions out of fear. And if you notice that you are doing that, I noticed. Thank you for the reminder. I am moving back into my loving place, my place of light, my place of wonder. Do you see? Be part of the solution, beloved hearts. And by that, you are being loving and light and raising your frequency. And if you are having difficulty, continue to love yourself and continue to ask for help. Beloved hearts, we love you. We are here for you. Call upon us and then receive. As you call upon us, then receive the energy. Breathe, calm, trust, receive the light and love that are here for you. Triumph, dearest ones. We see triumph for the financial situation. We see triumph for the health situation. Triumph. And focus on that. Victory, do you see, beloved hearts? Focus on this. Do not focus on what could happen. Do not focus on someone being sick. Do not focus on the deaths. No, beloved heart. Focus on victory and triumph. The light over the dark, the love over the fear, the wonder over the heaviness. Do you see, beloved hearts? You are capable of this. You are capable of the triumph and the victory. Now is time, beloved hearts. Come together in yourself. Come together in the light. Come together in the love. All is one. Our deepest love to you, beloved hearts. Our many blessings poured upon each and every one of you. Hinaka Shenahan. Hina.
And that has been San Ra channeling the Tibetan master, Djwhal Khul. And again, another thing I want to share with you is your passion is the flow that will create a cash flow. I call it passion flow is the new cash flow. So if you are someone who is ready to step into your passion-driven work, your passion-driven service, your passion-driven new earth business, then I want to share that I can guide you on this. I've been there as well, and it involves leaving the matrix, not only leaving the matrix, but unraveling from many belief systems in that matrix, and also taking inventory of all of your passions and your skills. And I've got a free program that I'd like to invite you to, and this too includes another meditation for you to tap into your past lives of skills and talents, of things that you did that you loved. This is very powerful because these are indicators on what we can do so easily in this lifetime. So I've got that as a free gift. Please check that out. I'll also be holding a webinar specifically to talk more about how we tap into our purpose and our passion. And I have to say now, in this year of shift, if we don't do certain things, if things come up and change our plans, then we look at how our higher self is communicating with us to show us things that are unexpected, meaning unexpected meetings, unexpected events that you pop into, online events, or web pages that you are led to, things that you didn't intend to run across. That is your higher self showing you new things to consider. So if you are wanting to make progress in this passion-driven business or service work, we can help you. I can guide you. And if you need that, I can show you how I did it so it doesn't take 10 years that it took me to do, but you can do it so much faster because I can guide you around those obstacles. So thank you. I've also just done something with Ariella Indigo, who interviewed me about this, and I can share that interview with you as well. Not to go too much into it here in this episode, but again, I am here to guide you to your success. And this is a life-driven, a life-changing, heart-filled, heart-based mission. And I know you're listening to your soul. And if you need to help to further decipher that, let me know. One of the things that we do as well is a one-on-one session, a hypnosis session with you, Wellpoint hypnosis. And this is where you connect with your higher self. This is so beautiful that once people truly hear their higher self in a session like we did today, then it's unforgettable. And you will always have that link. And this is where we know what we know within inside us. And this is how we make that connection. So whether it's tapping into your passion-driven business and service work, or whether you simply want to tap into your higher self in hypnosis sessions that go deeper and one-on-one in a private session, then I invite you to that as well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your light. Thank you for transcending fear triggers today. I love you. Namaste. Thank you for listening to this quantum conversation, and thank you for dancing with us to the cosmic heart. As we raise our own vibration, we raise the vibration of the planet. This show is dedicated to you and all awakening hearts, as we are here to shine our bright light and amplify our love. Access all quantum conversations, special offers from our guests, and online healing retreats by visiting acoustichealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and from my sacred heart to yours, I honor your magnificent love and light. We leave you now with music from the universe. Music literally created by the universe as musical notes were assigned to mathematical equations. The result is this beautiful music available at acoustichealth.com. Namaste.